with you.
Hey, glad you came back. Hey, so today I'm making spam musubi, right? It is a Hawaiian staple, okay? Spam, sushi rice wrapped in nori, right? You can put some eggs in it. You can put whatever you want to really, but the basic is spam and rice, maybe a little bit of egg. And I'm gonna show you how I do it. Peanut Gallery loves it. Look at this, look. Yeah, delicious. Oh, my mouth's already, I gotta take a bite. I'm sorry, I gotta take a bite. Oh yeah, try it out. Hey, this is Shrashira. That's the best elevator music I ever heard. Alright, so the recipe, this is pretty much everything we need. I have 3 tablespoons of sugar here, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, and that's going to go with our spam that we'll be cutting up here pretty soon that we're going to be frying up. Of course, you have our nori, our seaweed to wrap it in, okay? Here we have an additional 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar. That's so we can season the rice. And here we have 2 tablespoons of sake. You can use any sake you want. You just, whatever you like to taste. And about 2 inches of dried seaweed that we're going to be putting in the rice cooker with the rice. And water, we have 2.5 cups of water. And then we have 2 cups of rice here. Now I'm going to wash the rice. Now I'll give you a little, a brief snippet on how I wash the rice. So just for demonstration, I'm showing you. Now I normally use a strainer for mine, but you want to cover it with water. You see how cloudy that water is? You're going to get that starch off of there. Right? You don't want to, rub it too rough and break up the rice. You just want to clear it and see how cloudy that water is? Now we're going to drain this water off until the water is pretty much clear. And then we'll be ready to go to 2.5 cups of water. Our seaweed goes in, our sake goes in. Now we're going to let this sit for 15 minutes, okay, before we start the rice cooker. Now, just in case you're wondering, I'm using some Japanese rice, okay? This is a medium grain rice, okay? So clearly it's going to cook a little bit different than your standard rice you use it here in the United States, but it's some good stuff. Let's get back to it. So while the rice is getting ready, let's get our sauces together, right? Real quick and easy. And this is for our rice vinegar. Basically your sushi rice. And our sugar. We're gonna just put the lid on this guy and shake him up. Or you can stir it up, it's completely up to you. But you want the sugar to be dissolved. So while the rice is getting ready, every now and again we'll come through and shake this bad boy up. Now, our sauce, basically, this is about as basic of a teriyaki sauce as you can get, okay? So we're gonna add our soy sauce. That guy goes in. And sugar. Again, lid on. Shake this guy up. until the sugar is all nice and dissolved. See, real quick and easy. Go back to this guy, shake him up. Alright, we still got 10 more minutes before we can start the rice. Okay, so before I cut up the Spam, I had to call an audible. So Peanut Gallery wants some eggs on it, so we're gonna put some eggs on it. Not a big deal, but you want to cut this Spam up into about 8 slices, right? About a quarter of an inch. You know, give it some nice slices. You're just gonna sit these on this paper plate till it's time for us to cook them. Alright, so now we're gonna take our sushi vinegar that we made, add some in, and you want to incorporate it like a slicing pattern. You see that? You want to slice it in while you mix it. Slice it in. We're going to fan it. I don't have a traditional fan, so I'm just using a paper plate. It all works, but you want to cool it down, you see? You know, just kind of stop it from cooking. Add more. Slice it in. Yeah. Little fan action. Still trying to cool it off. And while you're slicing it, more of the heat's going to come out. So a lot of the steam is going to be, you know, leaving the rice, which is what you want too. Okay, let's add our last little bit here. Okay. Slice it in. Now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put this in the fridge while I work on the other pieces. Okay? That'll be cooled down. I'm just going to put the paper plate over it. It's going to go in the fridge. Now we're going to work on the Spam. Okay, we're going to put our Spam in and want to give it some color. Give it this little bit of color before we add the teriyaki sauce, or at least what some people call teriyaki sauce. It's the basic as you can get, but we're gonna go with it because you know me with my teriyaki sauce. You know I like to add ginger in it. You know I like well, watch my other videos, you'll see. So we just want to give this about 2 minutes on each side, and then want to put some the sauce on it and give it about a minute on each side with the sauce on it. Let's flip these guys over. Yeah, see that? Just put a little color on them, you know. A little color. You know, be careful when you're cooking this because this is Spam, so there's a lot of salt in it. So you want to be wary of that. So now since we're working on the other side, now this first side, we're going to go ahead and baste it with our teriyaki sauce. Okay? Give it a baste. Now, some people, they soak the Spam before they cook it and marinate it. I don't. It's just too salty when you do that. So I just rather baste it like this. And then cook that teriyaki flavor onto it. And so while it's waiting for one side to caramelize, it's soaking up the teriyaki. You know, and I'm moving these around like this because I know my pan. So give us about another minute and a half, we'll be back. Okay, so let's flip these guys over. Okay, let's baste this side. So we're going to give this about a minute and then we're going to flip it over and take it off. Okay, so I add a little bit of milk to the egg. Just beating it up really good here. Add some butter to the pan. And we're not going to scramble this per se. We're going to, I guess, cook it in a flat layer so we can fit it to the mold. So let's get this butter melted. All right, let's get our egg in. Okay, get all that in. Now, you can add pepper to this, which is fine, but absolutely do not add salt. There's enough salt in this recipe as it is, so don't do it. So I will add a little bit of pepper. All right, don't go crazy with it. This is, you're cooking an egg, you're not cooking pepper. So I'm just like moving it. So I'm trying to cook all the egg. And then at some point I'm going to flip it so I can cook the other side. I'm not going to do any fancy flip, so if you're waiting for that, don't. I'm just going to do your basic flip so I can get this other side cooked. Yeah, that was kind of raggedy, don't come for me, but it'll work out. You're not really trying to give any color to this, you see. Yeah, I know I could have flipped it like this, but I'm not. Because of my luck, I'll be wearing the egg on my chest. See, and that's what we want. Okay, it's starting to heat off. Let's start getting this put together. All right, let's get our eggs cut up. Now, I'm using a Musubi mold. If you don't have one, you could use the can from the Spam, right? Just use it like a cookie cutter, right? So here you have egg. You just cut it up. See, in the mold. And the other items, if they don't fit the mold, you can fill them in, you know, as you put the stuff together. Like these scraps, yeah, we'll put those together as we put our musubi together. Okay, let's start building this bad boy. We're going to take our nori sheets and you want to cut them in thirds, right? Cut them in thirds long ways. It's real easy to do. You can use a knife or you can use kitchen shears. It'll work. Okay, I'm going to set these aside. We're going to leave one here. Now, it has two sides. One is rough and one is shiny. Okay, so I'm going to put where the rough side is up. That's what we want. And we're going to take our mold, put it right in the middle, just like this. We're going to take some of our rice, okay, put it right in the mold. Rice goes in the mold. And then you're going to press it, right? Get it nice and compact. Now, in this case, on this one, we're going to add our egg that we cut out. See? Good fit, right? And then we're going to add some of our Spam. That goes in. Good. Then we're going to take our mold and we're going to press. Press it down. And as we press it, see, as we're pressing it, we're going to lift up on the mold itself. Okay? See what you get? Now, going to wet our fingers a bit. Take our nori, bring it around, wet the ends. Bring the other end around. Want to make sure it's nice and wet. And we're going to seal it. Now, once we've sealed it, we can take our saran wrap that we put down and we can wrap it. Okay? Just wrap it. And now you have a nice little lunch that you can take with you. See that? Nice little lunch. Okay, let's do some more. Let me get my saran wrap. Stretch them out. Grab a piece of nori. Now I'm going to do something different with this one. I'm going to press it and I'm going to lift the mold up. Right? And we're just going to put a little piece of Spam on it. Right? A little piece. We're going to wrap it. Water to the hose, bring it around, we're going to wrap it, with the clear film, saran wrap, whatever you're using. There we go. Another one. Okay, now let me do the rest of these and then I'll show you what I got when I get done. All right, now for this one, we're going to add some rice seasoning to this. Okay? So you can see, how flexible you could be with this. Okay, get this guy pressed down. Nice. We grab a little piece of Spam here. We'll put that in there. We're going to add more rice on top of this guy. Okay? Press this down. Get it all in there. Press it down nice. This is going to be a nice hunky one, but it's going to work. Okay, and on this one, we're going to add some furikake. Okay, it's a rice seasoning. Okay, so it's going to sprinkle a little bit across the top. And now we continue to roll. Water. Oh, bring it around. Extra water. Now we're going to wrap this. Wrap it. There we go. So that's just another variant that you can do. Alright, here's our single one. Yeah, we got a little egg, a little spam, sushi rice, wrapped in nori. Oh yeah, this is delicious. You gotta try this out. And here we have it. Our spam musubi. Hey, try this recipe out. It's delicious. Hey, the Peanut Gallery loves it. I know you're going to too. If you haven't subscribed, hey, join the Peanut Gallery. Our arms are open and we are waiting. If you can, share me out. Hey, if you haven't hit me up on Instagram, hey, hit me up. Right? Look for the gray cat. That being said, this Shrashira, I am out because I have some musubi to get on to.